How did mistrust divide Churchill and Stalin at WWII conferences? Imagine two powerful leaders sitting across from each other, both determined to win the war but secretly wary of each other's true intentions. That was the scene at many World War II Allied conferences. Despite working together to defeat Nazi Germany, Winston Churchill and Joseph Stalin often found their trust in each other tested. Their relationship was shaped by deep differences in beliefs, goals, and fears. At the Moscow Conference in 1942, tensions started to show. Stalin was upset because the Western Allies delayed opening a second front in Western Europe. He believed this delay kept pressure off the Soviet forces fighting the Germans. Churchill explained that launching an invasion in 1942 was too risky and instead pushed Operation Torch in North Africa. Stalin dismissed this as not helping the Soviet war effort. This led to sharp exchanges where Stalin accused the British of being too scared to fight Germany directly. Churchill, who was anti-communist, had to carefully defend Western military plans while managing Stalin's suspicions. Stalin also questioned the amount of aid the Soviets received, suspecting the Allies were holding back supplies. Churchill and the American envoy denied these claims, but the distrust was clear. These early meetings revealed how Stalin mistrusted Western promises, and Churchill was wary of Stalin's true motives. As the conferences continued in Tehran in 1943, Yalta in 1945, and Potsdam in 1945, the mistrust grew. Stalin wanted to control parts of Eastern Europe as a buffer zone against future invasions. He demanded territory and reparations from Germany. Churchill and Roosevelt wanted to support democratic governments in liberated countries but worried about Soviet expansion. Stalin refused to allow free elections in Poland, breaking promises made at Yalta. This made the Western Allies suspicious of Stalin's real plans. Churchill's cautious style and his strong anti-communist views contrasted with Stalin's secretive and paranoid nature. These differences fueled more distrust. Churchill's mistrust was also shaped by Stalin's past actions, like the Nazi-Soviet non-aggression pact signed in 1939. This pact shocked the Allies because it meant the Soviets and Nazis had agreed to divide Poland and not attack each other. Even though they fought together against Germany, Churchill never fully trusted Stalin. Stalin saw the West's delay in opening a second front as hostility and feared encirclement. Their exchanges often involved Stalin accusing the British of cowardice and the West of trying to weaken the Soviet Union. At the Potsdam Conference, the mistrust was even more obvious. With Roosevelt gone and Harry Truman now in charge, relations became tense. Stalin tightened control over Eastern Europe, and Western officials felt restricted. Churchill warned about Soviet ambitions, hinting at future conflicts. Some Americans believed Stalin's actions were just about security, but Churchill remained skeptical. In the end, the mistrust between Churchill and Stalin was driven by their different beliefs about democracy and security, disagreements over military strategies, conflicting visions for Europe after the war, and personal suspicions rooted in history. This mistrust made cooperation during the war difficult and set the stage for the Cold War. Their relationship was a mix of necessity and suspicion, showing how even allies can be divided by their fears and ambitions.